What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you're feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. When we see somebody outside that we are feeling, that initial attraction is usually a physical one. If you are a man, you might like the way shorty body looks or the way she walks. For women, you might like a man's smile and how he carries himself. Once you strike up a conversation, it's at first just on the surface. If y'all decide to go further than that, now it's dates, phone calls. It's at that critical stage, getting to know a person. Of course, things matter, like their goals in life, career plans, do they have kids? If not, do they want any? Just things to see if y'all are even a good fit for each other. But we often skip vital questions because we don't want to scare the person we are into off. Like, how is your temper? How do you handle your feelings and emotions? Are you possessive, controlling, jealous? Or nowadays, you can just get straight to the point. If I cuff you, do I have to be in fear for my life? But of course, when we first start off in a relationship, a person will never admit to being none of that. You are meeting a version of them that they want to show you. But usually, the real person doesn't pop up until months or even years down the line, if the relationship even goes that far. Now you can see what you are really dealing with. And usually by that time, y'all have brought a baby into the world, probably moved in together. Sometimes you might even be married. Before you look up one day, look at your significant other and think this person might be a little bit thrown off. It's definitely levels to crazy though. You have cute crazy, a woman jealous over her man talking to another woman at the grocery store or something petty like that. But then you have dangerous crazy, a woman or man standing outside your house 3 in the morning with a gun in their hand. But we never think to ourselves that the ones we love will take it that far until it's too late, and they do. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it all the way back to 2014 to Chicago, Illinois, to discuss the case of a woman who got revenge on her baby father in an evil way after a family trip. Back in 2014, 28-year-old Larry Martin was navigating life in the Windy City, working hard to take care of his son. And Larry had lucked up, or at least he thought he did, and found love. He was in a committed relationship with a 24-year-old young woman named Miata Fallon. Miata had a lot going on for herself, working as a nursing assistant and was a college student at Columbia College, just a few classes away from getting her bachelor's degree. Plus the couple had something great to look forward to, a blessing coming up. Miata was pregnant with their child. The two shared the apartment together in the 6800 block of South Tallman Avenue, and on the outside looking in, everything seemed all well. But the couple, just like most, had their problems. Miata had a temper problem. In some state, Larry was a lot more laid back, but he could also take it there if he felt tried or played. But his main thing was keeping his emotions under control so he could set a better example for his then 8-year-old son. On April 30th, 2014, Miata, Larry, his son, and Larry's cousin decided they would take a trip to the mall to do a little bit of shopping. The young lady was excited, especially since she had a birthday that following day. 7 months pregnant at the time, they all hopped in the whip to hit the mall to do some shopping. But Miata's attitude quickly changed when she realized Larry was buying gifts for his son, some items for his cousin, and a pair of shoes for his brother, but nothing for her. As they finished shopping and got back in the car, she didn't hold back. She started cussing Larry out, calling him selfish for not buying her any gifts. While he was driving back home, she even put hands on the man, almost causing him to crash the car, putting everybody in danger, including herself and the baby. When Larry made a stop at his brother's house to drop off the shoes, she took things to the next level, waiting for Larry, his son, and cousin to exit the vehicle before stealing the car, leaving them stuck, and she headed back to the apartment. As Larry walked back with his family, Once he got by the apartment, he knocked on the door, begging Miata to let him in, as now him and his son was locked out, but she was still highly upset. When she did finally open the door, she started fussing Larry out some more. His cousin sat out front, but his son heard everything, sitting right next to his father in the house. Then things went left. Allegedly, letting her emotions get the best of her, Miata grabbed a knife and started poking Larry multiple times. As he tried to fight her off, he fell to the ground. While his son was watching, she stood over top of the man, still stabbing, saying, "See, this what happens when you play with me." As Larry's cousin heard the commotion, they rushed in and pulled him outside and applied pressure to his wounds before calling police. As police and paramedics arrived to the scene, they quickly rushed Larry to a local hospital, but unfortunately, he wouldn't survive his injuries. Back at the home, Miata was long gone, but his cousin and son told police what happened and that Larry's baby mother was the one responsible for taking his life. Eventually, Miata would turn herself in to police. She was charged with first-degree murder. Her sister stated Larry used to put hands on the young lady, but she didn't know until the day of her baby shower when she talked to her sister, so she felt Miata had finally snapped. But Larry's family painted a different story. His son stated she was looking at him while doing that to his father, and his father's last words was, "I'm about to pass away, but I love you, son." At her first court appearance, Miata's attorney stated she was only 7 classes away from finishing her bachelor's degree and 7 months pregnant, but due to the seriousness of the charges, she was held on a $1 million bail. Doing all my research, I couldn't find any information or case updates, if Miata was ever found guilty or was the charges dropped and she was released. But either way, rest in peace to Larry. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. To go out like that in front of your son by the hands of your baby mother is wild. I pray his son healed from that trauma and is doing well in life. I feel Miata being mad at Larry because she probably felt her birthday was coming up, but he could have been waiting till the next day, which would have been her actual birthday, to give her gifts as a surprise. She didn't even wait. In my humble opinion, it was some kind of hate there for her to even leave him and his son to walk back home, then to take his life in front of his son. Miata had a lot of built up anger, but I'm gonna leave this one open. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about the situation. And have you yourself ever been in a similar type of relationship with someone who had an anger problem or a temper? If so, how did it play out? Let me know in the comments. And remember, we got to succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, crazy story. Rest in peace to Larry. I definitely send my prayers to his family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all leave it in the comments. It's another episode of Hood Tales. This your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.